mixed with lies, watch the content change. Cause making better choices is something that you deserve. The power in our voices make echoes that can't be heard. This life can be a circus. What you see on the surface is designed to deceive and distract you from your purpose. A better day's coming, a better day's coming. If you stand for something, then you won't stand for nothing. Why would you wanna fight for what you know when it's right? It's time to see the light, the culture beyond the hype. Come on. Hello and welcome to the Culture Capital. I'm Chris Lord, and I'm joined today by my co-host and producer, Undefeated, as well as that dude, Eddie C.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, our mission is to provide you with infotainment. That's informational entertainment that sparks a conversation. And now, a word from our sponsor.
This episode of The Culture Capital is brought to you by FastCreditRestoration.com, #1 in the nation for personal finance restoration. Listen, your financial reputation is important. So no matter your situation, if you need help to repair your reputation with creditors, let the experts at FastCreditRestoration.com assist you today. Visit FastCreditRestoration.com or call 1-855-327-5847. You can also click the link in the description for more info.
We got a good one for you today, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we vibe on social culture and go beyond the hype.
Stuck the jagged edges of a broken champagne glass per Diddy's request, Sean Combs' request. And they jabbed it in my homegirl's both holes down there so bad that they had to do constructive surgery and stitch her up there. And that's on the black web. Go look it up. The same girl in the D&G shirt, the same girl on the table. Imagine her mindset, y'all.
I have a gun license. I don't have a gun, but my guys have guns.
I don't think we need a gun because nobody would never know where I'm at.
Now, peeps, I got another brand new exclusive just for y'all today, and you're gonna wanna watch this whole damn video. Now, Diddy's victim is back, giving us more jaw-dropping details of what was found on the Diddy tapes from the mansion raid, and she exposes Hollywood elites. We also got Courtney Burgess, a Diddy insider that turned over 8 tapes to the feds, back to reveal the higher-ups that wanted to silence him for revealing the truth. Now, this is an exclusive that you don't want to miss. Now, make sure you click on that subscribe button to be in the know of the most authentic and exclusive content on YouTube right now.
Today, we got a huge panel on the Lionel B Show. Adria English. Joining us also, guys, we got Courtney Burgess, the Diddy insider and the man responsible for bringing out Kim's Lost Words book.
For the big people.
I know tried. It's the way I shut my phone down.
Hey, look, you're gonna give all our viewers ideas, man. They're gonna have a significant others laying down trying to open their phone and shit while they knocked out. Now, Adria, now you've gone viral with your story on our recent interview, approaching 1 million views in just 1 week. Now, you mentioned that you had more information to share, and we're gonna go ahead and hop into that. Now, you made some allegations against Jennifer Lopez performing sex acts on a minor. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, happily, Lionel. Thank you. It's Miss J-Lo, Jenny from the block. We're going to start from the beginning. Now, Jennifer Lopez is from the Bronx, New York, right? Back in the days, New York was a big drug pen. There's a lot of weight that was coming in and out of town through Canada, the border of Canada, and New York was the hub. Well, Miss J-Lo from the block used to be a drug runner for the big people. I'm not going to necessarily say it was the cartel. I'm not going to say it was the Russians. I'm not going to say it was Diddy. I'm not going to say it was Diddy's daddy's connects. I'm not going to say that it was Epstein's connects. I'm not going to say that it was a few other people who were supplying the money to fund these operations. But Miss J-Lo from the block, and this is not allegedly because I have proof and documentation, and she can sue me if I'm lying on her name. Tell her to sue me from out the country. You can sue from out the country, can't you? But she would have to show up in court, though. Yeah. But yeah, and so she did a lot of favors for a lot of important people, right? So that's how she got on Mr. Diddler's radar in the first place, because she had her name ringing. But at the same time, she wanted to break into the same kind of like with me. Okay, my past history was in the adult entertainment. She was the drug runner, you feel me? So she wanted to be on. So he heard about her, and then she was trying to dance and do her thing. She ended up getting booked to dance on in Living Color. So she was a background dancer for In Living Color. For all the young people out there, they probably don't know it, but if you go on YouTube, just Google In Living Color. It's hilarious. It's kind of like Saturday Night Live, but way better. I really think they should bring it back. And all of our great comedians were featured on there. You know, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, David, Alan Greer, all of the Wayans. You feel me? And so J-Lo, she looked up and she wanted to act, but she got a dance spot because she can dance.
And last year's new addition from Boogie Down Bronx, Jennifer Lopez.
We got a comment, man. So far, it's a lot.
Yo, man. Man, I was listening to her talk, man. It just sparked in my mind credibility.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what the state's going to be doing when they look at the P. Diddy. She got me about to say the diddler, you know what I'm saying? It's just that his name is everywhere now.
Call it what you call it.
His credibility seems kind of shot. You understand what I'm saying?
Her credibility?
Her credibility.
Oh, okay.
Just because of what she did and who she was from back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
She didn't seem believable to me.
I see.
You understand? It sounded like she was just making stuff up as she was going along.
Really? That's how you feel, honestly?
This is what I got from that skit right there. Mm-hmm. But I got you guys so you could just
yeah, no doubt.
But no, but speak your true opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the straight.
That's your opinion, because if you take a look at it, right, the whole situation with Shine, you could tell that's somebody that wants to get put on. You know, you could tell that's somebody that wants to get put on.
Right.
You know, I mean, all that whole situation that happened with Shine. She was in the club. You know, she had a gun hidden in her purse.
Facts.
You know, no charges came on her.
Facts.
And then what is it like? What? 15 years later, 16 years later, Diddy's name is the only one coming out from that. Where's J-Lo at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of J-Ho. I mean, excuse me,
J-Lo.
J-Lo.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you know, I'm just that's
Facts.
slick.
Are you keeping it real? You keeping
Big
it
facts.
keeping it real and
Big
stuff. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? You know,
Big facts.
why she's not saying anything?
Yeah,
You know?
because she know what time it is.
No, Shine said it. Shine said she was there through the whole situation.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember when
You
they
know?
skated at the club together.
Yes.
They skated at the club together.
She knew what time.
discreetly.
Did you hear what the girl said about her history before that? I don't even know.
drug runner and all of that
Okay.
from the BX.
See, that's the stuff. Once you get on, you know, people like to just put that to the back. Let's just push that.
Of course. That's the
But
you
hold
put
on
you
a
throw that in
second,
the
fellas.
closet.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask a question, and I need you guys to be totally honest.
All right.
Totally.
Okay. Before this whole Shine situation happened, where was J-Lo at? What was she doing?
Before all of that? You mean her being with Diddy?
While she was with Diddy.
Yeah. Okay.
was with-
Before the whole Shine situation, what happened with J-Lo?
She made a couple. She made some movies. She was coming out.
She was just
coming up, but
She was starting up. She was on Living Color.
Yeah.
When the whole thing happened with Shine, who popped out on the scene?
I don't know. Tell me. Who?
J-Lo did. Jenny
Oh,
from
you mean
with her
after
music.
that situation
Yeah,
went
after that
down, she
situation,
just-
Jenny
yeah.
from the block.
Yeah.
You know, she kept her mouth shut.
Okay, got
you know, to get what she want.
Got you.
You have to remember.
All right.
Connects the washing of the hands.
Correct.
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Look what this young lady just said.
Yeah.
For her to get where she's at right now.
Right,
You don't
right.
think she did it favors for her to be where she's at right now?
Of course.
Straight favors. You're right. You're
The
right.
game is a game of favors.
The game is a game.
The game of not the Game of Thrones, but the Game of Favors.
The game of favors. Let me tell you something.
There you go.
Don't forget. Now you mentioned credibility. You know, Chris, and I get you. I'm gonna just listen. You're gonna have to be 10 levels of crazy to come out on social media, and there's been a lot of crazy people on social media.
Right.
But you're gonna have to be real crazy to make the claims that she's making and to have the receipts to back it up. Not a lot of people, not a lot of dancers, quote unquote, were inside of those parties. She was on payroll. You haven't heard, we haven't even gotten to the other stuff about her model friend that when she got kicked out. Her parents saw a porno tape of hers. She didn't know it was going to be, released like that. And they found it there in the church and all of that. And so she got kicked out. She's from LA. She got kicked out of the house when they found that. And she went with her model friend. They hopped over to New York. She was living in New York. That's how the whole Diddy thing came about. I'm not going to spoil it. We'll get into that when it comes. But I'm going to tell you, the girl she's legit.
All right, she's valid.
She's legit.
Well, she's got to be valid. She said, "Listen, sue me,
bro." She's legit.
Yeah.
She was in those parties. She's got details nobody would know about what happened in those parties.
Explicit details.
Watch.
All right.
In that video, that's the way love goes by Janet. You see J-Lo in there doing her little, she had her little, and it's sad because she started in one way and she wanted to propel herself into the area and space she is now, and she did that. But unfortunately, along her journey, she ran into the diddler, and he diddied her all the way and got her because she was already about that life, about that business, but she was on the low with it. So she had a chance to be in the game, and already had put in her work on the low, kind of like I put in my work, but mine is on the high because you can Google me. But she put in her work on the low, so she would have just broke into the game this Latin singer, dancer, whatever she wanted to be. But her only mistake was being, introduced and pursuing a relationship with, the diddler. So because he knew that she was about that life, he had her holding the guns. Her holding the gun in that club that night, that wasn't the first time she done held the gun for that nigga. That wasn't the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th time she done hold the gun. And she wasn't holding distress like she was afraid of that shit. He had gave her lessons, everything. She knew how to bust that thing. That particular night when he told her to slide that, she was sliding that knowing what she was doing. She knew she was sliding that for a reason. You don't tell somebody to slide. If you slide and you pulling, I'm from LA. When your homeboy that's about that life look at you and say, slide me that, you know what it's for. You already know what it's for. I kind of feel like it was premeditated. Because why you even coming in there with one? It's one thing to have it in the car. It's one thing to hop out with it because we got to mob around or something. But you going in a controlled environment with security, with innocent patrons, music, everybody there just to have a good time. Why are you there bearing arms? Because you feel disrespected because somebody threw some money in your face? Money? Now you want to take a life because somebody threw some money? Not because they slapped your mama. Not because they kidnapped your daughter like you did other people's kids. But because... So now you sliding on the burner? And now he burning? Now somebody catch it in the face? Who saw the shooting go down? And now you guys running scared? They got to catch you at the light? And then you put it on the homeboy Shine. He was just trying to put his country a police on. And then what's even worse, you got into the demonic satanic rituals and you stuck a broken champagne glass in my friend's private areas, both holes. And it was broken, sharp-edged glass. Everybody knows if you take a glass and break it, and you holding it like this, take a beer bottle. Everybody got a beer bottle at the house? Look, I'm drinking some cheap-ass Andre. If I was to break this, right, and turn it upside down, I break it, and it's in half, the part's going to be jagged, right? She stuck the jagged edges of a broken champagne glass per Diddy's request, Sean Combs' request. And they jabbed it in my homegirl's both holes down there so bad that they had to do constructive surgery and stitch her up there. And that's on the black web. Go look it up.
I don't know about that, man.
Okie dokie.
Yo,
That's kind of like crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean,
And you haven't seen crazy from this whole Diddy story?
saying,
You think Diddy's saying? You think he's saying?
that's
I'm not saying that she's lying. I'm just saying I don't know about. You know what kind of pain this girl must have been in, jabbing something up.
Yeah.
that
Can you imagine that?
listen, that type of stuff. You can't even keep something like that hush.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying?
How
That's
you
why I was
can't
going-
keep that hush?
Listen,
Go ahead. Explain.
Listen,
Explain.
I'm just saying.
There's a lot of
There's
things
a-
hush
there's a-
right
there's a
now.
level- there's a level of abuse that a person takes.
Yeah.
Disfigurement. I can't even imagine that the person that happened to let that happen.
Let it.
Not let it happen, but didn't receive any compensation.
Well, we don't know
You
that.
didn't finish this yet. You ain't get. We ain't hear the end of the conclusion.
Because it's just.
I know it's too much. I know it's a shock.
It's
to most
a shock
To
to
me, it's not because I know how crazy things.
I mean,
can
just
get,
just
but,
anybody
you know,
to be there to just see that. You know what I'm
to
saying?
see that.
You-
we're not,
To see that.
you have to be a. I think we can all agree. There's different types of human beings in this world. There's some
Yeah.
people who get off on some sick stuff.
Mac,
Yeah.
Mac, what do you call it? Mac.
No, I know what you're
Masochist.
Masochist. Excuse me. Masochist behavior.
Yeah.
And that's why I was going to the credibility of her.
I rule
You know what
out
I'm saying?
nothing.
That's some Charles Manson shit.
That's some Charles
And
Manson.
does Charles Manson exist? Did he exist?
Did, but he was in
He
the Diddy's.
exists.
He was in the Diddy's parties. Or
What does that got to do with anything?
Maybe he was.
Boy, that's some man.
Maybe he was that.
Y'all need to do some research on.
Imagine being there and watching that shit happen. I mean,
Yeah, you complicit. You're of that same mindset.
Mindset. You know, that's like crazy.
It's
and stuff.
possible, y'all.
I got what you're saying on that. If you're there,
Yes.
If you're there at that party, then you're down for that.
You know what
down
time it
for
is.
that.
You know what
Yeah.
time it is. Yeah.
Anything could go down. Anything could go down. You know,
This has been going on for decades.
Wow.
We just now hopping on this
Scratching
because
the surface of this shit.
Diageo decided to blow up his spot, allegedly. But yeah.
Same girl in the D&G shirt, the same girl on the table. Imagine her mindset, y'all. From 11 years old, she done had a champagne glass rammed in her. She done had 2 babies for this man. She done been beat. She been denied soap in the bath. She only get water baths. She been denied bathroom breaks. Denzel had to run out of there because she shit on stage. I'm slurping strawberries off her thinking she a grown woman. She 14 laying up there. I didn't know. And then they tried to kill her. They took her to the woods with a person with a gun. She ended up getting the gun away from him and killing him. And then running through the woods, making it to the highway, passing out. A white man found her, picked her up, took her to the police station. When she got there, they called Diddy. They had his number. And he came with a duffel bag full of money and paid him, and they made her leave with him. And he was yelling, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, in the car because she was supposed to be dead, but his homeboy was dead, and they covered up the murder. And y'all wrong, police department and feds, y'all wrong, because she told you back in 2012 about all of this. She even put my name in her complaint. Diddy's lawyer.
You mentioned it would be
Yo,
hard to keep it under wraps.
they tried to keep it under wraps.
Okay.
They didn't try. They did.
well, I mean,
He's been an informant for years. He's been a
allegedly. That's what they
alleged.
kept
Yeah,
saying.
let's put the alleged
yeah,
tag.
I'm saying?
He's been
You
an alleged confidential informant. So they
correct.
keep their
Protected.
identities very protected.
Protected.
You know, for him, it's a smart move because at the end of the day, whatever he does and stuff is going to get covered up because he's giving in so much people.
And he can actually take people down with him, so that's why he's
Yeah,
paying
so-
everybody off. I didn't know he was protected for that long. I've heard
Man.
stories, but I
He's
just
got immunity.
Come on, man. This thing is the way this is gonna unravel is gonna be very
He's got immunity.
interesting.
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Diddy kept those made those tapes for a reason. You know.
He crazy, but he's crazy like a fox.
Here, Mark is who signed her out of the mental hospital, and she had to say the same thing like me, that she was lying. I mean, that she was dreaming and it was all a dream, and that's how she got out the mental hospital. But J-Lo sticking them jagged glass, cutting a child over and over, and she said she was screaming and hollering, and J-Lo was laughing. And then and while it was happening, other celebrities were in the room. She had to stab Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian's mom. She had to stab her to get out the room. And if you guys pull up old interviews, you'll see when Kim Jenner says, I've been stabbed before. And she talking about my homegirl. She had to stab to get out that room because they were all conjuring up. They were doing a ritual sacrifice over around her because she was the innocent child, and they were all conjuring up demons. And they asked her, what are you conjuring, child? What are you saying? She said, I see Jesus. And they all said, she's a witch. They called her a witch because she said, I see Jesus, when all of them are conjuring up actual demons. But when she said, I see Jesus, 11-year-old baby say, I see Jesus. And then they and then Kris Jenner was still trying to hold her down. She had to Kris Jenner to get the fuck out of there. I'm with my bare hands if they let me.
Now, do you think Diddy?
Nah, we're gonna move on after this. But thoughts?
Yo, man. The more I'm watching it, the more I'm just like, yo, it's like totally things are coming to light that, things are coming to light that just can't be denied. You know what I'm saying? P. Diddy's he's finished.
Yeah, but it's not only Diddy's name you hear in there.
Yeah, it's Diddy, but there's a lot of other people going down too.
You think Kris Jenner's gonna go down? You think J-Lo's gonna go down like that? The amount of money that they make off of her? I mean, the whole bottom line is just let's see if these people's names actually come out. When his trial's going on,
Let's see.
Yeah,
he wants to take the stand.
Yeah, she wants to take the stand, and she says she's got proof. So the problem is,
she's got. I know. I in my heart of hearts.
So she got to be protected.
That girl. She's a real street chick. Like she's about it chick. You can tell.
You can tell.
We done all met about it.
She ain't hiding nothing.
Yeah. She's
got nothing to hide and
girl's
stuff.
drinking
She's not-
Andre.
she's not
She's drinking Andre.
Yeah.
She's drinking Andre. She's about it.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a buck.
She said,
You know anything about Andre?
She said,
Come on.
Cheating. I don't drink, but I know about that.
You know what I'm saying? Andre. So like we'll come back to this in another episode because this is a long one. But yeah, boy.
That was,
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
How do you guys really feel about this situation from what we've been seeing and heard so far?
Overall, the whole thing?
I mean, not the whole thing, but just for where we at right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Today with this, what we look at?
Just for the point that we reached right here with this young lady telling her truth.
Oh, okay. I my personal opinion is, and this is my mindset, I understand that sometimes I tell people to do it's exercise. You make a circle with your hands like this. And inside of this circle is everything you know, right? Everything you know is inside of that circle. Outside of that circle, which is huge, is everything you don't know and everything
you do know.
Don't know that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you don't know and everything you don't know, you don't know.
You know?
Okay? All right.
I understand that.
You feel me?
It makes sense.
So just personally, just to put it into perspective, if you just get that visual and relate it to your mind, there's a lot. I could ask you questions about marine biology. You look at me like I'm stupid.
Right.
Like what?
The words you're trying to use for that is like, yo, you're not in that world.
Thank you.
Basically.
Thank you. So for me, with things I've been through in my life and that I've seen go down and happen from people you expect and you don't expect, I rule out nothing and I question everything. Everything has plausible belief. But anyway, nonetheless,
and on my on my thing is that there's just so much that's coming to light, and until everything is just bared out, I can't really give a straight answer to it. Just because new stuff about him comes out every day.
Yeah, but
it's going to keep unfolding.
And it keeps on
Decades. This is
just decades of stuff. And so what it is that when it's all laid out on the table, for the world to see, because we're getting information, we're getting misinformation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. There's
Daily.
going to be some misinformation in there somewhere.
It's so much. It's almost an information overload.
It is definitely an overload, but
So,
the direction
here's my
it's
thing
skewed in. Go ahead.
My thing is, Diddy's not the only one that was.
Not at all.
No, he's not.
Not at all.
He's not the
We'd be
only
crazy
one
to
that
say
was
that.
Other people are scrambling.
Participating
scrambling
in
big
these
time.
parties. You know, he's not the only one.
He's not the only one.
Like you said,
No?
he's sharp and sly as a fox.
That's a
He
fox.
got them ready. So some sort of wheels are going to be greased.
Trust me.
Something's going to happen.
Trust me.
Or something's going to happen.
Or it's already.
But whatever it is,
already
it's
happened.
going to happen. All right, y'all.
Yeah, man.
That was deep right there.
Yeah.
That was deep.
But I had to ask the question.
Yeah.
I definitely had to ask the question because I want to hear where you guys' minds are individually.
Yes. Yeah.
know?
True that. I agree. I agree with both you two. It's still unfolding. It's always unwise to jump to conclusions about anything until you hear this. Like I said, there's two sides of the story, and there's the truth.
Correct.
Right.
You know, which comprises of both sides. So we're hearing a lot of narrative pushed, and we know how the media can be vicious and push narratives in directions.
Correct. And now they're all on Diddy.
Listen,
and he's not the only one.
He's guilty. He's guilty. But what we're waiting to find out is
what?
How guilty.
Oh, how guilty? Oh, okay.
How guilty.
We definitely know he's guilty.
We know he's guilty.
The
not
Cassie
saint.
video didn't
How
help either.
guilty.
Yeah,
that
he's
didn't
definitely
help.
not a saint. We know that already.
Right.
We knew that.
Absolutely.
We know that.
Right.
And once we get that and come to grips with that and conclusions laid on the table, we're gonna be okay.
Mr. Walk,
Absolutely.
give me some cheesecake.
Yes, sir.
That part.
Go to
yeah.
Juniors.
Go to Juniors. Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Designed to deceive and distract you from your purpose. Now that's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can stay in the loop. And until then, question everything and go beyond the hype.